a little slice of paradise. Clarence T.C. Ching Athletics Complex in Honolulu. It's the Kansas Jayhawks and the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Hollywood with the latest on the weather.
Guys, the Rainbow Warriors head coach told me before the game, he knows that there's a lot of excitement for this home game, but most importantly, the weather is clear. We were wondering how the forecast would shake out, and it is calm and beautiful. Should be an impactful game here with great weather, great opportunities, and a fast surface. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. And the Rainbow Warriors ready to kick it away first. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Rock Chalk. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. How about that for starting things with a bang? Opening kickoff and house that baby. What a job there. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Barfield. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
What a great play by the linebacker. Do you talk about filling a hole? Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover.
Man, I love night games because you have all day to get excited, get jacked up, and you could tell the QB might have been a little too excited. Forcing the ball into coverage on the first pass attempt, creating the interception. Now this defense has set this offense up in a great position to get some early momentum.
Takes the handoff. It's Edwards. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas.
And I'm kind of surprised. That's his first rush of the football game, and they give him the football, and you see why this dude is a baller. Like, given the ball, he can make people miss, and he can hit home runs, put points on the scoreboard really quickly. Jesse, one touch, one touchdown.
Yeah, and I think the offensive coordinator now is kind of hoping he probably scripted this game a little bit differently. He should have done it on the first drive. They didn't give him any touches, but he's now earned a lot more carries. You're going to see this guy get force-fed now the rest of the game after that run.
Rainbow Warriors offense comes out ready to go on the attack. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got the quick pass. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
On a big 3rd down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line.
Kansas offense will take over 1st and 10.
Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now intercepted. Oh, what a play. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, everything was going so well for this team early here in this game, and now all of a sudden they get a critical mistake. And you know how college football, David, is about momentum. What is their defense going to be able to do here now when they take the field?
You're right, man. The momentum swings so fast, and now this defense's job is to go out and stop it, right? Like, we made a mistake, you huddle the guys up, sudden change, be aware they might take a shot down the field, but let's grab the momentum right back.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. On the move, it's Barfield. Not much room, a pickup of 2 down to the 28.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. Gets open down the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires quickly. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the 1st.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Off play action. Pocket breaking down. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. It'll be 3rd and long. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Lets it fly. Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Right down the boulevard. Now the lead is down to 11.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Pickett. He gets a block. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. The Kansas offense out there poised and ready to go to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the 1st play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
You hate giving up that play if you're the DB on this one, because you're playing man coverage, you're trying to defend a slant route, you've taken the inside away. That's where your leverage is. You'll allow anything to happen to the outside. You're trying to funnel the receiver to the boundary. You just cannot let the receiver beat you to the inside.
And the Jayhawks come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for a crease. It's Edwards. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
The Jayhawks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Finds his big tight end. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Back to pass, it's Marshall. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown Jayhawks. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they've put points on the board. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Hawaii will get things going as their offense makes its way onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives them the ball at the 29-yard line. The Kansas offense returns to the field. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Pickett. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And these slants are so hard to defend when the ball's thrown like that. The receiver catches it, and he's catching it going so fast, and you could tell the defense couldn't quite get the right angles, and he does the rest, uses his speed, gets all the way to the end zone.
And the extra point gives them a 28-3 lead. They want to get the ball right back here in the first half. They've got the lead and going for the onside kick.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Running inside. It's Barfield. Across the 35. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back?
Might have a chance. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors.
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up. So it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking to throw, it's Marshall. Makes the grab. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. And the Jayhawks in the hurry-up. Back to pass on second down. Throws to the wideout. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
And that's not a surprise for this offense, man. They continue to find him. He's made those big plays. He's put some touchdowns on the board. He's been the big play guy in this offense. And I don't think I'd stop either. We're still getting started in this football game, and they're going to see more of those deep shots to him.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback now breaking the field. At the 35, he's open. He slides past the sticks. That'll be enough to convert the 3rd down.
And he's just kind of proven that he's difficult to defend. And when I'm playing defense, and we've seen him have success throwing the ball through the air, but now, nice job dropping back, trying to force the ball down the field, but does a really smart thing. Just kind of tucks it, takes off.
There he goes. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Rock Chalk. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And they tacked on the extra point.
Hawaii, 10.
He'll bring it out. It's Barfield. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19.
Warriors will take over. 1st and 10.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The run inside. It's Barfield. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They feed him again. Oh, he's got some space. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Another nice run to pick up a first down. They've been running it all drive long. They've got the defense on their heels. That last one now just puts them on the fringe of the red zone. And, guys, we know this is an area of the field where it gets really hard to throw into. So why would you stop running the ball now if you're the offense?
His drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Right back to him on the ground. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Hawaii!
Man, you just know that offense, they needed that touchdown to try to build some momentum. Hasn't really been going great early in this game, but a nice job being physical at the point of attack and pay it off with the score. And maybe that's just the play they needed to turn this thing around.
And he puts through the extra point. And he'll bring it back. Slips through the line. This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that last line of the coverage team, the only thing that stopped him from housing it. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking to throw, it's Marshall. Punts it out of the air. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Edwards.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll keep it on the ground. Got enough for the first. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker room. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Now we get a timeout called by the Jayhawks. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll move the tight end. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. Picked up a few on that run, but this defense able to keep him contained here late in the half. The Rainbow Warriors call timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They go right back to him. Just make sure to take care of that football. He stopped after a short gain. It'll be 3rd down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. They'll try to get the first through the air. He uncorks one deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understand.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On 4th down, going to the air. He's not afraid to go deep. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. The Jayhawks will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the 3rd quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, it's 3rd and long. They're trying to throw beyond the sticks to get the first down. What a great job by the defender that time, breaking on the ball, snagging it out of the air, and securing that interception.
The Jayhawks rock out to start this drive. So after that turnover, they can add to this already sizable lead with their first drive of this second half. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Fakes to grab. Touchdown, Jayhawks. And they take it in for 6 more points. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Bringing it back. And the returner will be brought down.
And your Hawaii Rainbow Warriors will take over 1st and 10.
Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. The handoff as they run the counter play here. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, after allowing a touchdown on the last drive, this offense has to be able to answer. And getting that 3rd down here on the 3rd play of this drive is a good step toward doing that. Nice job by the QB. Good rhythm. This offense now has got it going. They need to pay this thing off, but that was a big one, no question.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Right back to the well. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Shoots it to the left. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there. The Rainbow Warriors will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Wants to return it. Makes a move. Can they catch him? They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards.
1st and 10.
Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. It's hard enough to stop these guys, let alone when they get field position. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
There we go, defense. That's the play you needed to have. All night long, you've been giving up big ones to this offense. That's why you're in the position you're in right now, down by multiple possessions. But finally, they come away with their first sack.
Running inside. It's Edwards. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Marshall. It's complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Take the profit, right? Pitch and catch. Defense in zone coverage. Receivers got some access. Just spit it out to him. Let him catch it, advance, and get what he can get.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, first down and more. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
And it's no good. He missed the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll go to the counter. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Right back to it. Shakes off the defender. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. We've reached a break, and Kansas has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Runs through a tackle. There's a crease. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And the Rainbow Warriors come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the ground. He's got it again. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. The run inside. It's Rice. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
The Kansas offense out there poised and ready to go to work. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8, he'll run it again. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, this offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the fourth quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push up front, and just icing this thing.
Got it behind the line. It's Cox. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Trying play action. With the catch, it's McMillan. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Direct snap. It's Edwards. Finding some room. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Back has it. Remember, down where you start the slide, and he'll be short of the line to gain.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
On the direct snap, it's Edwards. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
They'll line up to go for 2. Snap to the back. He's got a nose for that goal line. First he scored the touchdown. Now he makes his way in for the 2-point conversion. They covered half the field with a 50-yard touchdown drive. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. Well, they say you win a few, you lose a few, and some get rained out. Would have been good for this team if this one had gotten rained out because they lost badly.
Yeah, not a lot to be too proud about in this one here. Good news is you get to go back to the drawing board. You get to go back. You get to have another week of practice. And as a coaching staff, try and find ways to get players in position to go out and make plays. Going to need a big locker room speech after this one, David.
Yeah, and you're going to
A little slice of paradise. Clarence T.C. Ching Athletics Complex in Honolulu. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. It's the UNLV Rebels and the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe will be keeping an eye on things on the sideline. And the Rebels will kick off first, and here we go. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. So Hawaii's offense will take the field first. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors and you've got to limit the penalties because those will kill you, Bob.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Looking to fire. Caught close to the marker. It's Harris. Gets it out to the 40-yard line. Give him 5 on that one. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. The give to the lone running back. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Motion from the wide receiver. Gonna run it. It's Barfield. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Rainbow Warriors come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man, it's Brown. He gets just inside the red zone and goes out of bounds at the 19. The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. Quarterback making checks. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Right on the money. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. They get him on the ground, but not before he keeps his opening drive alive with a 4th down conversion. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the snap, it's Barfield. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Keeps it on the draw. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Hawaii!
Well, the gamble by the head coach early in the game really pays off. Remember, they went for it on 4th down to stay on the field. They wanted to be aggressive, and now they get to pay it off, scoring a touchdown. Really nice job. It's always a massive gamble as a head coach, taking those risks. But when you've got an offense like this, that really wasn't that tough of a decision.
And I think defensively, that kind of takes the wind out of your sails. Like, you get so excited. You force the 4th down, maybe a punt, maybe a field goal, whatever it is. I'm going to get off the field, and then they get it. And they finished with this drive together. You're right. Circle that 4th down. That was a big one.
So the UNLV Rebels offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand this guy is a top-shelf player. And I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season. But this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the second level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the second level of this defense, make him make guys miss, those are going to be explosive plays for the offense.
So the officials spy that face mask penalty, and the offense gets a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the counter. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Keeps it on the bootleg. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Every quarterback in football at every level will see ghosts. If you hit him, if you make him uncomfortable and he knows you're coming time after time again, good things don't happen usually at the quarterback spot.
How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. And the Rebels will punt it away on 4th down. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Oh, my, he just shanked that one. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
And the Rainbow Warriors come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Nice job rallying there by the defense. That's a play they needed to make. They're trailing. It's still early. Lots of football to be played, but that was an important down and distance in this one early.
The Rainbow Warriors will try to move the chains on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop. After the incomplete pass, there is a player still down, and they'll come out to check on him. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Takes the handoff. It's Thomas. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Guys, it is Hawaii who will carry the lead to the quarter break as we get a look at the numbers so far. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Off the play fake. Looking down the middle. Pulls it in. It's Lions. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Thomas.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
The Rebels are marching down the field. Catch in the middle, it's Burnett. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
He slides past the 1st down marker, and he'll convert that 3rd and long. The Rebels getting set on 1st and 10. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. He caught it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Rainbow Warriors offense comes out ready to go on the attack. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Pulls it in. It's Harris. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. Looking to throw for it. Fires to the middle. It's complete. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Got his man on the right. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. And the Rainbow Warriors with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Hauls it in. At the 35, he's got room. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. The Rainbow Warriors come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. In the red area, it's Barfield. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12. And the Rainbow Warriors kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking downfield on 1st down. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Give to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referee's signal for the 2-minute timeout. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Pressure's there, and he lets it go.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Found enough room to cross the 25 and out to the 27-yard line. That's not enough to move the chains. It'll be fourth down. The Rainbow Warriors call timeout. That's their first. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on fourth down. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Goes high to pull it in. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it first and 10 just outside the 40. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Using the quick game. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Now we got a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. He'll need to put some leg in this one, a 52-yard attempt and just the right finesse to get it in from the right. And the try is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. Looking to fire.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Obviously didn't like what he saw on first down, and they used a timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Grab behind the line. It's Burnett. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Right down the middle. That's caught. It's Lions. Nice pickup. Gets it to the 20. They move the sticks, and they can still stop the clock.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Finds his big tight end. Now the connection takes it to the 11. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Dumps it off in the flats. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. On fourth down, they'll try to get something out of this drive before the end of the half. Timeout called by the offense, and maybe an opportunity to run a couple of plays to put up points before the break. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3-spot before the break. He gets a hand on it. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Makes it past the marker. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We begin with Boise State in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Oregon Ducks. And it's the Broncos looking to get the job done on the road. Right now it's early, but they lead this season opener. And now we take a look at some of the other games going on around the nation on another wild day of college football. Now back to your game in Honolulu. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. He'll bring it out. It's Irvin. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. What do you got on the sideline, Holly?
Guys, the Rebels head coach told me at the half their defense has done a terrific job so far, and today they're kicking off here to start the second half. That defense has got to step up again because they are facing a really stout running game. They've done a good job in the first half, but I will let you know how this continues to build here in the third quarter. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
And he's wrestled to the ground.
Hey, I like this by the offense. Nice job of not forcing it, having to throw the football. Now you make it third and manageable and put your offense in a better position to succeed. That's a nice second down play.
So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? Snagged out of the air. Turning it on. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. And the Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's got the tight end. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Rebels have this offense rolling. On target. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
Makes the grab. It's Burnett. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Ball at the 31. Third and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. The Rebels go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Going to the run, it's Thomas. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. not make his way to the corner.
That quarterback putting his face in the fan, I love it. Coming up quickly, making a tackle in space.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. That was an important stop there as they try to hold them to a field goal on this drive. And they decide to trot out the kicker. Might want to muster up that protection. They had one blocked earlier. Dead center perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Hawaii will get things going as their offense makes its way onto the field. They'll run the counter, and he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
If you're the defense, you know that running back is the guy you've now got to stop. He's had a lot of touches in this game. Yes, he's made a lot of plays, but you've got a chance to win here. If you're going to do that, you need to take him away.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And if I'm this defense moving forward, man, I'm going to start thinking about, like, this is the guy. They keep featuring him. I've got to take...
Here's a little room there. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Barfield. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Plenty of distance between him and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's Harris.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down. On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. Quickly complete. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Rainbow Warriors, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Using his legs, it's Barfield. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
And there is no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes, like running back now runs through them. Successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick. But the physical ground game late in the game, that's how you finish opponents off.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. QB draw. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal. Trying to surge it in. Touchdown, Hawaii! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the 2nd half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Irvin. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the 3rd. We've reached the end of the period, and Hawaii is on top. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Wants to throw it again. Under fire. Makes the catch. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Keeps it himself. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's 4th down. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. On the ground with the counter. Nice move to keep running. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. He'll try it again. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. And the Rainbow Warriors come to the line with a new set of downs. Running inside, it's Barfield.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. The Rainbow Warriors back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Going to work in the red zone. They can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Now we got a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. A great chance to put this game away with a score here on 1st and goal. They'll go with a direct snap. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Snap it to the back. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. This is a money play on 3rd and goal. Direct snap. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. So on 4th and goal, already with the lead, but they'll try to salt this thing away with a touchdown. Trying to power it in. And he's tackled at the line of scrimmage, and the defense holds. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. The play action fake. Lets it fly. Got his man downfield. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. This time on target. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's 1st down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
It's complete to the right. Snags it, and there's running room. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. This time it's complete. Touchdown, Rebels. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but...
And the defense gets to him and snuffs out the 2, and they will draw no closer here. They got one of the touchdowns they needed, and they'll try to get the ball back right now with the onside kick.
Well, they got their hands team out there for a reason, and that's why in these situations you put receiver.
1st down here as we dive into the college football season. A week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Creates a little room.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. They're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
Makes the tackle right at the 28-yard line. Pick up a 5, and they'll move the sticks. Now on 1st down from the 28. The run inside. It's Rice. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. He's got it again. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
I think if you're offense here, the game boils down to this one play on 3rd down with the lead late. If you get the 1st down, that's ball game. There's not enough time left for the defense to get it back and go march down the field. So let's dial up our best play offensively. Let's make sure our best players are touching the football here.
Looking for room. It's Rice. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
Going to the running game. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. And he crosses the goal line for the late touchdown, and that one just might finish this baby off. So you think they shouldn't run up the score like this? I remember an old story of one coach telling the other one, I only coach one team, man. It's your job to stop me.
Yep, I like that approach. That should be your philosophy, but that doesn't mean you don't remember that. You have a turn later on, a lot of times, when your team's better, to do the same thing, to return the favor, and make him forget that.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Tight end now in motion. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. The Rebels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air on second down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time? They just can't come up with a completion.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Last pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Hey, what's up?
A little slice of paradise. Clarence T.C. Ching Athletics Complex in Honolulu. It's the New Mexico State Aggies and the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. Reese Davis along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. We'll hear from Holly Rowe in a bit down on the sideline. And the Rainbow Warriors headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Aggies offense onto the field first, and we'll see their opening script. And here's the guy they want to feed, this senior running back. Last time out, scored a touchdown just under 100 yards in their victory. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Stanley. Defense there to stop him after a 4-yard gain, and it was a good move that got him that much. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Got a man. It's King. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Gets the back moving. Dropping back, it's Webster. Gets it to the back. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Here's the return. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. So the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors offense will now get its first chance with the football. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He is a guy who is reliable and can be dangerous if he gets a chance.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, a lot of spots. Except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense, everything should go through him.
And when you've got one of those guys, you've got a chance, right? One guy that puts fear in the defense. And I love that we continue to see guys have real success at smaller levels, right? It's not just the power 4. These are guys that end up getting plucked and go to the next level. You can still be a burner and still have that great speed and route running and develop. And this guy has, and he is one of the best players on he actually is the best player on this team. And he is option number 1 for this squad.
The Rainbow Warriors with the 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. Not this time. After finding running room on the previous play, nowhere to go this time around as the defense rises up. Might be changing the route. Motion from the wideout. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Working that left side now. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. It'll be looking to throw. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Thumbs up. Hey, what's up?
They punted away on 4th down. And the punt will go into the end zone, and the ball comes out to the 20 on the touchback. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. On the delay, it's Stanley. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. 6-yard pickup on 1st down, leaves them with 2nd and 4. Back to throw, it's Webster. Bringing the heat. And they got it.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Running inside. It's Stanley. They stop him after a short game. Probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with fourth down coming. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Oh, they really could have used that catch. Their physical pass defense, it brings up a 4th down. And the Rainbow Warriors will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. And the Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. On the option. Now the pitch. Plows through the defense. And another broken tackle. They get him corralled, but not before. They had their eyes going everywhere trying to keep up with this option attack. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Scanning the field, it's Webster. There's the pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Catches it at the 15. Coverage team was down. And they made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Hands it off. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Makes the catch. It's Brown. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab on the left. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Back to pass. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Rainbow Warriors line up to punt it away.
On to kick it away.
And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. They've gotten very little done on their first 3 possessions, hoping this one will be more productive. Off the play fake on first down. That's caught. It's Ellison. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. New set of downs after the completion. The run inside. It's Stanley. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Nice move there. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Wide receiver comes in motion. Snags it and he's open. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jones. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Aggies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wide receiver going in motion. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Well, this offense giveth, and then it turned around and giveth it back.
And I think a bunch of people are going to go, why don't they just turn around and hand the ball off? I'm not going to hand the ball off every single play. I understand nice big play the play before, but listen, you got to mix it up. You got to keep them guessing, but you obviously want to have a little more success than a sack.
To the air, it's Webster. Under fire. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Oh, and the attempt is no good. And guys, after the miss, no change in the score. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll send the tight end in motion. On the ground, it's Barfield. There's some room. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Right back to the well. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Running inside. It's Barfield. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped. We'll get a stoppage in play here as there's an injured Rainbow Warrior. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. He wants to go deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field, and they're trying to make it happen. But the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
Here comes the New Mexico State offense to go on the attack. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line, a pickup of 6. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They'll give it to Washington. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Off the RPO, complete. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
And he takes it all the way down to the 26-yard line.
It's a scoreless game, but it feels like after that completion, that may finally break. It's been tough sledding for both of these offenses. That time, they had the matchup they wanted. They took the shot. Really nice throw. Maybe that's the play that generates the first points of this game.
The Aggies kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Operating in the red zone here. New Mexico State has it 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or 2.
He will not get there as the defense stops him again. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies! Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone.
Really nice job by this offense. I love it. They were aggressive, moved down the field, got the touchdown, broke the 0-0 seal. This game has not been high-flying by any stretch, but that's how you finish a first half.
Number 81 set to kick this one off.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice, just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Off play action on 1st down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. This will likely be the last play of the half. Using his legs, it's Barfield. They're waiting for him behind the line of scrimmage as the final seconds tick away here in the first half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, welcome in to our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update Show. Let's start with the Temple Owls, taking on the number 16 team, the Penn State Nittany Lions. And it's Temple able to pull off the upset in this one, but by the narrowest of margins. This will push them to 2-0 on the season. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
New Mexico State will kick it away to open this 3rd quarter. From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. After the lack of production in the first half, plenty to talk about. Let's see what they can dial up here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think you stay calm. I think you make adjustments, Jesse. I think you realize what they're doing to us and how can I attack that. But you also tell the guys, low-scoring game, still very much in this. We can still be who we are.
It's a good point. I think on offense, this is not the time to reinvent the wheel. I think you stay true to who you are and what your identity is, and you've got to show confidence in your guys to go out and just execute better here in the second half.
They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chain. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And the Rainbow Warriors will line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll give it to Washington. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. To throw, it's Webster. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Well, 3rd and short, I think the offense was probably expecting blitz. That's why they dialed up the screen, but it did not fool the defense. Great job defending the screen, setting up 4th.
Got his man. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Some misdirection with the counter. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking left. And the big deflection on 3rd down forces a 4th down. The Rainbow Warriors will call on their punt team. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. He will not make a fair catch, field the punt, and bring it back. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Fires to the tight end. And was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. New Mexico State lines up quickly.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the...
Makes the catch, and he's free. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. That is their senior starting wide receiver who the training staff is looking at, and Holly Rowe will get us up to date on his condition. And the Aggies peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. They'll run it from the gun. Maybe some room here. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They'll go right back to it. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. The Aggies line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. The run up the middle, looking for the score. Touchdown, Aggies! Great job by the back on the option. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
14, Hawaii, 0. Number 81, set to kick off.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On target over the middle. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. And the Rainbow Warriors come to the line with a new set of downs. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. The sure hands, it's Harris. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Rainbow Warriors come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Finds a man in the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Now lining up to snap it in the red zone. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, Hawaii! A great catch and run for 6. Ready to try the point after. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. They just saw their lead cut in half, and now they'll try to answer. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. And the Aggies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Finds his man. It's King. Could not make his way to the corner.
Offenses want to get the ball to their playmakers really fast, and they try to throw the wide receiver screen, but how about the defender? He was right there in his space, got him on the ground as soon as he caught it. He was ready for that play.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And here's a fumble way behind the line.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up, just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
That's the end of the quarter. New Mexico State has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the catch at the 45. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Rainbow Warriors offense comes out ready to go on the attack. On the ground with the counter. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Throws to the wideout. And just not enough field to hold that one. It's incomplete.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Here on the New Mexico State sideline, I am keeping my eye on what's going on with their field goal kicker right now. They do have a little bit of a lead, but in this opportunity, can they rely on the guy that's already missed here in this game? Coach could go for it, but I do see him talking to the kicker, trying to gain some confidence, make sure that he's ready to go if they do call his number. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Got a little space.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
And how about this offense running the football?
They've got a first down here. Want to start its bend to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. The option, the keeper, makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. They'll go with a direct snap. Steamrolls his way ahead. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Sends it back in motion. Looking to pass. It's Webster. Flips it out in the flat. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. Hawaii will get things going as their offense makes its way onto the field. They got the stop they needed. Now can the offense pay it off and tie this game up late? Oh, sticks that big mid up there and grabs it. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Unloads to the wideout. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Oh, he wants it all. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Looking to throw again. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row. It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Got it.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, no doubt. That's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
And the Rainbow Warriors back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking to the big tight end. Hauls it in. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. The Rainbow Warriors come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. And guys, if they can somehow, some way find their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
You need points to win this game, but it's a good sign that your offensive line is firing off the ball here late and getting some push. That was a really good-looking run late in this one.
Trying to march in. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy. A huge chance for points here on 30. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game. Now, all you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
And they are a mere extra point away from tying this game. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they've got it locked up in the final minute after the touchdown and extra point. On the move from inside his 5. And they make the tackle on the return. There is a penalty marker on the play, and they might be backing up a bit. They'll get a little bonus yardage added on with that face mask penalty, adding 15 to the return. And the offense says thank you very much for the bonus yardage, and it'll be first down after the personal foul penalty. Looking to throw, it's Webster. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Had to throw it before he wanted. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. No fair catches here, looking for room. He's got great speed. There he goes, open it up. You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field? On display right there, and it was just about a return for a touchdown. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. We're getting deep in the game, and this is for the lead. He's got it! A huge field goal, and they've taken the lead in the waning seconds. That's the entire scenario you build up in your head in the backyard. Final drive, everything on the line, and you get the W.
So dang cool. How many times did you do it in your backyard just like that, like you're talking about, Reese, making the play to win the game on the final drive when your team needed it the most, Jesse, just coming through in the clutch.
Yeah, as players, you love this, and that's why you rep it in practice throughout the week, these 2-minute type situations late in games. What are you going to dial up? What can you go execute? What can you lean on in order to get the W here? Great job by the offense.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.